Hello, everyone. It's your favorite hoplites from the Achaean army. um, just joking. But today I wanna cover the question: was the Trojan War worth it? And this is probably gonna get like well, I don't have it monetized, but like shadow banned or something, and I'm gonna risk it because I think it's a question worth asking. um and yeah, so was the Trojan War worth it? And this is sort of an interesting question because um guys, I see a lot of alpha males or alpha male types that clearly have not read the Iliad or the Odyssey at all, and that only like to focus on um the aspect of Greek military, or I would even say militant masculinity, or Greek military virtue and the beauty of that. And let me just say, I'm not opposed to that um interpretation of the text. In fact, the professor that I read the Iliad with, and she was a woman, by the way, so this wasn't like a oh, he was just being toxically masculine or anything. No, she was a woman, and one of the things was, how can war be beautiful? And you come into it, you're like, wait, what? But when we really started getting into it, we looked at Achilles, man, and you know, I think for those of you that have read the Iliad and the Odyssey, um at least in the very beginning of the Iliad, Achilles is a petulant child, bro. He is every single like time he goes to Agamemnon, he's he's has like the just the arrogance, the like small wee energy of just a child, guys. And his goddess mother Thetis is always having to come in and like to console him, which is fine, bro. But like, I think the better character is actually Patroclus. He's more consistent in his sort of um characterization as a good man, as a man that cares about Achilles also, but cares about the entire Achaean army. Um, brothers and sisters. So he's not typically your manly man that you would normally associate with sort of traditional Greek and Western masculinity, right? Um, when he's unalived by Hector, when they take his body back to the camp, and, Briseis, Briseis, sees him, she talks about how, because she was basically a war bride. She was captured on a raid because at this point the Trojan War had been going on for 10 years and they hadn't even breached the walls, bro. Can you believe that? But Nah, man. But she talks about how, like, you know, basically Patroclus is a Chad. He was very nice to her, and everyone praises him at the games, at his sort of mini funeral there, and that was very striking to me, because to me that's the first sort of hint that maybe what is this even about? Because it's clearly not about Helen at all, guys. Helen is an excuse, pretty much. It's more about, at least in my opinion, just the folly of war and the folly of the type of masculinity which um Achilles sort of embodies, as opposed to Patroclus, who is a little bit more well-rounded in his masculinity. um and while, again, getting back to the concept of beauty in war, we all as human beings have some sort of notion of valor, of sacrificing yourself in war for your friends and for your nation, right? But does that have to be exclusive with being a good person? And, I think Patroclus clearly shows us that no. And, um, even Achilles comes around eventually, like when I believe Menelaus goes to Achilles' camp to get Hector's um body. They share a very sort of warm uh embrace, and they sort of respect one another, if you can believe that. Like, this is the guy that just unalived your son, and here he is saying what a great warrior you are and what a great warrior he was. Um, and that gets a lot of left out of a lot of the hyper masculine interpretations of the Iliad. Um, and also the ending, guys. Spoilers, but the Iliad ends. It doesn't end on a triumphant note. It ends on a very, very somber, very, I guess, deliberative note, where Menelaus sets up Hector's funeral pyre, and that's all we get. After that, the conclusion of the Trojan War um is sort of filled in through bits and pieces here and there in the books of the Odyssey, right? But, like, bro, if you were intending this to be a sort of, war is awesome, valor is worth it, uh, in an unqualified sense, why would you end it like that? Why would Homer end it like that? That doesn't make any sense. Um, and so I would say that no, the Trojan War wasn't worth it, bro. Because they spent 10 years, and, as we see in the Odyssey, they didn't really get anywhere, bro. did they technically win? Yes, kind of, but like at what cost? It was definitely a Pyrrhic sort of victory, don't you guys think? So yeah, I'm leaning towards no, the Trojan War wasn't worth it, guys. And I wanted to counter some of the interpretations that sort of only tend to glorify the war part and don't look deeper into it and are like hyperly masculine. And I wanted to give a different account of it. So thank you guys very much.